Every time after school, the girl would corner the school belle in the bathroom and abuse her. Not only would she make her strip and force her to kneel, she'd also viciously kick her in the stomach. I really don't understand why you insist on coming to the same school as me. Don't you know that seeing your face makes me want to throw up? But strangely, the school belle didn't resist. Instead, she seemed to enjoy. No matter what you do to me, I won't drop out. Because if Big Sister wants to see it, I can take them off myself. Actually, the girl was forced to do this. As a novelist, she hated green tea girls and white lotus types. So every time she wrote about the female lead, she would continuously arrange for people to abuse her in the book. But she never expected that by a strange twist of fate, she would transmigrate into her own novel. In this novel, Meng Nian, as the female lead, gained everyone's affection without doing anything, and Gu Xing, as the villainess, simply because she opposed the female lead, was destined to be hated and ostracized by everyone. Gu Xing knew that according to transmigration novel tropes, to return to reality, she had to achieve a certain ending in the book. If bullying Meng Nian was a key plot point to trigger the ending, then the only thing she could do now was follow the plot's development and continue to bully her. However, what she didn't expect was that the character she wrote would be so beautiful. Unconsciously, she found herself unable to lay a hand on her. Meng Nian, who had been crying sorrowfully, seemed to discover something new. So Big Sister likes me this way. Just then, a rush of footsteps approached. Meng Nian, are you alright? I'm sorry I'm late. Seeing Meng Nian being bullied, he turned and glared fiercely at Gu Xing. If you bully her, you're going against me. If it weren't for Meng Nian not minding, I would never let you off. You understand what the consequences are for angering me in this school, right? Get out. As soon as he finished speaking, Gu Xing scurried away. She knew this person all too well. He was the male lead in her novel, Mu Yang. After leaving, Gu Xing looked dejected. The other students in the school had never seen her look so pathetic before. Gu Xing didn't care about it at all, because she knew this place was definitely not her world in real life. What everyone was talking about was also definitely not her in reality. What she cared about at the moment was that she transmigrated, fine, but the female lead she wrote was actually so beautiful. I just left a handprint on such a perfect face. I really deserve to die. Thinking of this, she herself was startled. Is this the female lead's halo? Even if I don't like her, I'm still enchanted by her beauty. No, I must find a way to return to reality. Gu Xing knew the next plot point in the novel. Meng Nian would accidentally interrupt a gathering of senior delinquent girls in the changing room and be bullied. So, she rushed to the school's changing room without delay. Sure enough, she heard familiar voices from outside the door. A delinquent girl pushed Meng Nian against the wall. Oh, you're quite cute, aren't you? Why aren't you talking? Others were also fanning the flames. These arrogant freshmen are the most annoying. Before they could make another move, Gu Xing kicked open the door. Hey, you guys, why are you bullying my prey here? Gu Xing was notoriously difficult to deal with at school. A little punk girl was immediately intimidated by her aura, daring not to breathe. Seeing this, Gu Xing was very satisfied. She walked straight over and pinned Meng Nian against the wall. That's right, all she needs to do now is follow the original plot and bully her fiercely. She looked down at Meng Nian, who had that submissive little expression, and felt a pang of unwillingness. The pitiful wound on her face simply made it impossible to strike. Just then, in front of Gu Xing, comments from readers, visible only to her, suddenly appear. They were all negative reviews about the plot so far, and the most terrifying thing was, these comments and ratings would directly affect this world. As long as the work fell below 6 points, it would be directly cut by the platform. What the hell are you talking about? If it gets cut now, this novel will be forever stuck, and the male and female leads will never reach an ending. And I might never be able to leave this world. No matter what, she couldn't let the ratings continue to drop. But what should she do? Before, every time Gu Xing bullied Meng Nian, it would attract a lot of negative reviews and low scores. If she punched her now, things would probably only get worse. But if she didn't hit her, the scene where Meng Nian desperately runs away and falls in front of Mu Yang's car wouldn't happen. They wouldn't be able to kiss in the rain, and their relationship couldn't progress, which might affect the ending. Just as Gu Xing was hesitating, the delinquent girls behind her lost patience. I thought you were so great. You're just getting in the way here. Get out, or we'll beat you too. Meng Nian decisively pulled Gu Xing over. Don't touch my big sister. Perhaps she used too much force, and the next second, the two of them kissed directly. The comment section exploded. What is the author doing? Are they crazy? The author was probably scared by the scolding and deliberately changed the plot. The lowest score is only 1 star. It really limits the reader's ability to express themselves. What kind of nonsense is this? Grumble. Gu Xing's scalp tingled when she saw this. What do I do? Is there really no chance to turn this around? Is my life going to end like this? However, what she didn't expect was that the comment section then split into 2 extremes. Holy crap. Why am I actually a little excited about this? This is so good, I want to see the author mess around more. Oh, this is thrilling. In an instant, the rating, which was about to drop below 6, actually started to rise. While Gu Xing was still confused, the little punk girl behind her started taking photos with her phone. This is too funny. Let's take a video of them kissing and post it on the school forum. It'll definitely go viral. Gu Xing was furious hearing this, but Meng Nian looked expectant. That wouldn't be bad. At least everyone will know big sister is mine. The punk girl in the lead quickly stepped forward and grabbed Gu Xing's collar. I gave you face earlier, but you didn't want it. Then we'll just beat you too. Seeing Meng Nian also having her hair pulled from behind, Gu Xing grabbed a nearby mop and took a fighting stance. She was already annoyed by this broken system, and now these people were asking for trouble. Gu Xing quickly and easily knocked the delinquent girls to the ground. If you dare to bother her again next time, I'll break your legs. Even she herself didn't expect to be able to beat so many people. The physical fitness of a villainess is indeed different. However, she didn't notice that Meng Nian's face was now flushed with shyness. Big sister just said not to bother me, right? And she looked at me so seriously. Gu Xing was also confused by her expression. Why is she looking like that? Shouldn't she be crying loudly and running away? After everything was over, Gu Xing suddenly remembered. Wait, that's not right. Wasn't I supposed to bully her? Otherwise, how can I trigger the next part of the plot? But facing such an innocent face, she simply couldn't bring herself to do it. Thinking of this, she had a sudden idea. Under Meng Nian's astonished gaze, she ripped open his top, then feigned a furious expression. Did I give you permission to call me big sister? How disgusting. Then she grabbed his chin and forced his head into the sink. Since I can't bring myself to hit her, then I'll just make her look more miserable. I can enjoy the view at the same time. Big sister, how come I don't want to resist? Then shout louder. So useless. No, that's not it. I just wanted to say, if big sister wants to see, I can do it myself. Then, Meng Nian took Gu Xing's hand and placed it on her chest. No matter what big sister wants to do to me, I won't refuse. This sudden turn of events left Gu Xing startled and confused. What the hell is going on? Wasn't I the one bullying him? This is completely different from what I imagined. She didn't dare to stay for another second, turning and fleeing in disarray. After Gu Xing left, Meng Nian's face was full of disappointment. Finally, she saw the punk girl lying on the ground. Then, as if she was a different person, she stepped on the arm holding the phone. Seeing the video they had secretly filmed earlier, she immediately showed a sick and possessive look. I really like this video. Can I take it? Big sister's ears are red, so cute. After sending the video to her phone, she tossed the phone directly into the sink. Meanwhile, Gu Xing, who had run out, was trembling, hiding in the corner. What do I do? My mind is full of that scene. That girl is simply a cute and erotic demon. The most important thing is that I was only focused on escaping just now, and I forgot about advancing the plot again. If the male and female leads don't kiss in the rain tonight, it'll be trouble. Thinking of this, Gu Xing's head throbbed. Then her 24K brain frantically churned, and she finally came up with another twisted idea. She anonymously posted on the campus forum, fabricating that she would confess to Meng Nian on the tree-lined path tonight. Mu Yang's bodyguard would compile all news related to Meng Nian and give it to Mu Yang every day. So, he'll definitely be here within 10 minutes. And the result was just as she expected. Mu Yang and his bodyguard, Su Lai, arrived early at the location. But after 2 full laps, they didn't see Meng Nian. Su Lai felt distressed seeing her young master sweating profusely. Young master, lean on my shoulder and rest for a bit. Later, I'll arrange for others to find Miss Meng. Mu Yang shyly pushed Su Lai away. Don't be like that, Su Lai, we're still at school. But Su Lai didn't listen at all. Instead, she scooped Mu Yang up in a princess carry. Young master, you're not taking care of your body again. I'll carry you to the car and take you home first. Gu Xing, ambushed in the distance, had a million grass mud horses running through her mind. What the hell is going on? I never wrote this kind of plot. Mu Yang, shouldn't he be frantically looking for Meng Nian right now? The bullet comments also surged wildly. Yesterday he was saying he loved the female lead, and now he's leaning in the arms of a beautiful bodyguard. This is meant for you. Ha ha, with this author's skill, what are you still hoping for? Seeing this, Gu Xing felt a strong sense of impending doom. It's all over now. I have to find a way to stop this. So she sent a text message to Meng Nian. Now I can only make Meng Nian appear early. Meng Nian, receiving the message, looked excited. Why does big sister want me to go to the tree-lined path? Isn't that the school's dating spot? With ulterior motives, she specially dressed up before leaving. This way, big sister will surely like it. Right. Throughout the journey, she kept thinking about when exactly she started to feel her heart race when she saw big sister. Is it because she's the only one who's been paying attention to me from the start? Or is it because her obsessive, angry look is exceptionally passionate and dazzling? But no matter what, the way she stood in front of me to protect me was simply beautiful enough to suffocate me. Just thinking about it is unbearable. Upon reaching the destination, Meng Nian found no one around. Just then, her phone received another message from Gu Xing. Stand there. Don't move. Meng Nian was startled at first. Oh, big sister is actually hiding in the dark, secretly watching me. But why isn't she coming out? Then, as if she understood, does big sister have an interest in voyeurism? Then if I roll up my skirt a bit more, big sister will surely see it. Right. Gu Xing, behind the bushes, was utterly baffled. Although she didn't understand why he would lift his skirt first. This is good too. It'll be easier to entice the male lead. Later, when Mu Yang sees Meng Nian, who's just been bullied, he'll definitely feel pity. Then the two will kiss in front of the car. He'll carry her like a princess, and finally take Meng Nian home, the whole package. However, all of this was just Gu Xing's wishful thinking. Reality did not go as she wished. At this moment, Su Lai was driving the young master home, completely unaware of Meng Nian standing in the middle of the road. Just as the car was about to hit Meng Nian, it barely managed to stop. Meng Nian was already paralyzed with fear on the ground. Gu Xing also didn't understand why things were like this, so she ran forward and loudly accused them. What were you two doing in the car anyway? Weren't you looking at the road? Seeing big sister standing in front of her, Meng Nian kept burying herself in her embrace. It wasn't that Gu Xing was overly worried about Meng Nian's safety, it was just that if Meng Nian died, the entire story would collapse, and she might never be able to go back. Ultimately, it's all because of these adulterers. Enraged, Gu Xing immediately started cursing. I saw you two hugging and cuddling earlier, Mu Yang. Isn't Meng Nian your favorite? Although Mu Yang was full of self-reproach, apologizing profusely, his bodyguard didn't back down one bit. It was our fault for almost hitting someone, but we also need to ask why Miss Meng Nian was standing in the middle of the road, right? Our young master was also greatly startled. As for what I was doing in the car with the young master, do you want me to show you the dashcam footage? At this point, Gu Xing had also calmed down. She understood that she shouldn't make her relationship with the male lead too tense. Besides, if the male and female leads were fighting, and she, the villainess, mediated, wouldn't that be meddling? Who knew Meng Nian would look at her with a wronged expression again? I've never been so scared before. I thought I was going to die. Her softening demeanor instantly hardened again. Gu Xing fiercely pointed at them. Wu Yang, if you don't give me an explanation for what happened today, it's not over. The more protective Gu Xing was, the sheer Meng Nian became. Big sister looks so beautiful when she's angry for me. How can there be such a perfect person as big sister in this world? Don't worry, I care about Nian in the most. I will take responsibility. However, Mu Yang was a bit confused. When did Gu Xing become so concerned about his sister? and this aura was actually a bit intimidating. Sulai smiled faintly when she saw her young master like this, because he hadn't seen his young master like this in a long time. He was clearly a coward before, but in recent years, he's trained himself to be tougher and tougher. He rarely shows such cute expressions anymore. However, upon hearing that he cared about Meng Nian the most, she still let out a dissatisfied HMPH. I'll deal with him when we get back. Miss Gu, you don't need to be so aggressive. I've already arranged for a driver to send Miss Meng home. The Mu family's family doctor has also rushed to the Gu family residence immediately. Do you have any other requests? Gu Xing was somewhat confused. How did I write this character's setting back then? What kind of bodyguard seems to be able to make decisions for the CO? Even Meng Nian couldn't help but ponder. I didn't pay attention before. Could there be some unspeakable secret between this Sulai and Mu Yang? After the other party left, Meng Nian hugged Gu Xing from behind. Big sister, I can't walk anymore. Tear me on your back. Gu Xing originally wanted to refuse, but she got lost in Meng Nian's repeated big sister calls. Back home, Gu Xing was carefully treating Meng Nian's wounds. Unexpectedly, what he said next left her flustered. Big sister, can you help me bathe? Just help me adjust the water temperature. It won't cause big sister too much trouble. Okay. She had written about an advanced water heater for convenience back then, but when it came to actual operation, she had no idea how. After a series of random presses, Meng Nian's scream came from the bathroom. Gu Xing rushed in anxiously, finding Meng Nian completely soaked. Big sister, are you still going to bully me like this? On the other side, Mu Yang was filled with regret upon returning home. He wasn't actually obsessed with Meng Nian. Instead, he felt that he could start training himself by protecting a weak girl. However, today he had actually recalled in front of Gu Xing. He hated himself for not even being able to protect a bullet girl. How will I manage a huge family in the future? Just then, his bodyguard Sulai unbuttoned Mu Yang's shirt from behind. Don't always bind yourself at home. It'll affect your development. Mu Yang was startled by the sudden action. Can you please stop scaring me like that? Gu Xing probably never imagined that the male protagonist she wrote was actually a girl. After unbinding her chest, Sulai didn't stop her actions. Young master, let me help you relax. This is all my job. It's okay if you don't do well once or twice. You still have me. You can always rely on me, young master. But you said today that you only care about Meng Nian, so whatever I do doesn't matter, right? Hearing this, Mu Yang felt a strong sense of impending doom. What are you up to now? As Sulai's grip tightened, Mu Yang involuntarily closed his eyes. But Meng Nian didn't have such good treatment. With tears in her eyes, she said, I know big sister never liked me. I won't trouble big sister again next time. Gu Xing's nose was about to bleed. Damn it, I really want to touch it. Am I a pervert? Now, Gu Xing couldn't hit her or not hit her. Because according to the original plot, Gu Xing's character would definitely lay hands on Meng Nian upon seeing her in such a wretched state. But if she actually did that, readers would surely curse, and the rating would drop. However, the next part of the plot was that the female lead had to appear at the banquet covered in wounds. Then the male lead would find the drugged and injured female lead, feeling immense heartache, and take her straight home. Thinking of this, another wicked idea was born in Gu Xing's mind. She picked up the showerhead from the ground, then stepped on Meng Nian's stomach. Why are you still wearing your shirt? Take it off, kneel, she said, grinding her foot down forcefully. Our game today isn't over yet. On the surface, Meng Nian shed tears of fear, but her body was subtly inviting despite resisting. Big sister, I know I was wrong. Did I tell you to block with your hand? Then I'll stomp 10 more times. Then she grabbed his neck. Is this the body of a novel's female lead? She's miserable when she needs to be miserable, but once the male lead cares for her, she heals without scars. It's truly a bit enviable. Just then, Gu Xing discovered other unexpected gains. The bullet comments were surprisingly giving 5-star reviews. Can I wash this without paying? I think I suddenly found something to ship. Even the rating was gradually increasing. I think I know what to do. Meng Nian, don't blame me. I'm merely following orders to torment you now. Then she pushed Meng Nian into the bathtub. Did I tell you to speak? You never learn. She intended to continue her abuse, but then her foot slipped and her entire body fell onto Meng Nian. Big sister, are you okay? Did you fall into the water? Were you hurt? The cunning younger sister hugged Gu Xing, refusing to let go. Her mouth was worried about her sister's safety, but her hands weren't idle. Big sister is so soft. Let me touch more while I can. I want to touch inside, but what if I ruin my disguised image? What should I do? But if I just reward myself a little, it should be fine, right? Wait, don't touch randomly. Where are your hands touching? Seeing Gu Xing's expression slowly become hazy, Meng Nian's hands became even more unrestrained. The next second, a crisp slap landed on Meng Nian's cheek. I told you to behave. Then Gu Xing, wrapped in a bath towel, fled the bathroom. Meng Nian crossed her legs, looking disappointed. Ugh, I couldn't control myself for a moment and scared her off. That night, Gu Xing had a spring dream. In the dream, Meng Nian covered her mouth and forced herself on her. You ungrateful bastard. I helped you today, and you treat me like this. But isn't big sister very comfortable? If you kiss me, you won't be cut in half. Thinking of this, Gu Xing immediately glanced at the rating. Indeed, the score had already dropped to 6 points. Startled, she immediately woke up from the dream. What's wrong with me? If I stay in this world any longer, I'll completely break down. Just then, Meng Nian's mother, having learned of the situation, returned. As soon as she came back, she harshly scolded Meng Nian. How could I have given birth to such a useless child? If I were you, I would have already had children with that Mu Yang. I heard that young master was originally just taking you home. What a great opportunity. It's all because of that crazy little hussy next door, pestering him, ruining your chance to marry into a rich family. Is she trying to seduce your man? Can't you be more alert? Meng Nian quickly got up and motioned for her mother to lower her voice. Don't talk about big sister like that. She doesn't even fancy Mu Yang. Hearing this, Meng's mother slapped her. What? You've eaten Gu family's food for a few days, and you've forgotten your own surname. You know how much I've suffered for you. If I had your conditions, I wouldn't have just married someone with the surname Gu. Are you going to make your mom stay poor with you forever? Then Meng's mother took her daughter's hand again and spoke earnestly. That lil hussy will be your competitor sooner or later. Whether it's slandering her or finding someone to deal with her, the longer she lives, the more of a disaster she is for you. Then she pulled out a small medicine bottle from her bag. I got you something good. The Mu family is hosting their son's birthday party in a couple of days. Let's just make it a done deal. Lest there be more complications, I'll go prepare your clothes. Before leaving, she didn't forget to warn Meng Nian, don't take this medicine casually. It's very potent. The medicine is very strong. Meng Nian stood rooted to the spot. In the past 15 years, the words spoken by her mother were always these same few sentences, but she understood that the life she lived today was also thanks to the Gu family. She also had no right to mock her mother. Looking at the blue liquid in her hand, Meng Nian began to anticipate. Is the medicine very strong? And what if big sister accidentally takes it? The next day, before Meng Nian could try the medicine on Gu Xing unexpectedly came directly to his classroom. Because she had made so many embarrassing blunders in front of him yesterday, to return to the real world as soon as possible, she absolutely had to bully Meng Nian severely today. Just as she was about to make a move, Mu Yang walked up from behind. Gu Xing thought the other party was there to be a knight in shining armor. She didn't expect him to be there to deliver an invitation. I'd like to invite you to my birthday party this weekend. Here's the invitation. Seeing this, Gu Xing seemed to remember. Right, besides the rainy night kiss, the male lead should have also given the female lead a birthday invitation and a dress he designed himself. That was an important prop for the layer plot. Let me see what a test worth tens of millions looks like first. But after waiting for a long time, she didn't see the dress that caused countless conflicts and fierce competition. What's going on? Without the dress, the plot would be completely different. So, as Mu Yang was about to leave, Gu Xing deliberately sneered from the side. With his poor appearance, he'll only barge into the banquet in a school uniform, trying to be different. How embarrassing. Don't make people laugh their heads off. Meng Nian's most precious asset is her beautiful heart. Even without a formal dress, you can't compare to her. Gu Xing really didn't know if he was stupid or stingy. She clearly didn't write him to be like this. But she still bit the bullet and reminded him, young master, did you forget something? After thinking for a long time, Mu Yang took out another invitation. Do you want one too? Gu Xing was utterly petrified at this moment. How did things turn out this way? What he didn't know was that her small actions appeared extremely ambiguous to outsiders. The curious classmates around them all thought Gu Xing was trying to steal her sister's man. Even Mu Yang suspected that Gu Xing's constant bullying of Meng Nian was because she secretly liked him. Meng Nian was so angry that she crushed the pen in her hand. She cautiously asked, Big sister, do you like Mu Yang? No wonder you always pay so much attention to him whenever you meet him. And just now, you kept wanting to talk to him, and secretly watched him from the corner. As she spoke, she again moved her still bleeding hand to Gu Xing's chin. I can't stand it. It's mine. Why is it like this? Gu Xing didn't understand what happened. She just felt something was off. Why did this little white flower suddenly turn hostile? Shouldn't she endure whatever bullying I inflict on her, and quietly put up with it? And also, the previous plot developments, whether it was Meng Nian's car accident or Su Lai's relationship with Mu Yang, are completely different from what I originally wrote. I've clearly been trying my best to maintain the plot. What in the world is going on? Meng Nian could no longer suppress her emotions. Big sister's lips are so soft. I really want to kiss them, but I think I scared her. Big sister must be suspicious, thinking I'm different. At this point, I should just cry and act spoiled to maintain that idiotic persona. But I just don't want to endure it anymore. Why is all her attention on Mu Yang? Why does she care about anyone else besides me? Big sister should only focus on bullying me. No, I must warn those stray dogs. Big sister is mine. Then she bit Gu Xing's neck, leaving a deep mark. Gu Xing cried out in pain and pushed her away, then slapped her back. Are you crazy? Meng Nian snapped back to her senses, realizing she had hit too hard. But at this moment, Meng Nian had reverted to her pure white lotus persona. I'm sorry, big sister. I was just excited for a moment. HMPH. I didn't mean to bite you. Gu Xing was very confused, because in the original novel, Meng Nian had never openly resisted. And that oppressive feeling that made her legs weak, how could Meng Nian have done that? More importantly, the scene just now was actually rewarded by readers. A system notification popped up. Successfully received reader reward. Congratulations. Rating successfully increased to 7 points. Mission system unlocked. Holy crap. I actually got rewarded. Just because Meng Nian bit me. These readers' tastes are too wild now. Don't tell me I'll have to be bullied by him to increase my score from now on. Big sister, let me bandage you. Meng Nian, having calmed down, also regretted getting so carried away by the stimulus just now. Thinking about it carefully, big sister can't possibly like Mu Yang. Her focus has always been on me. Mu Yang was just a side thought. Unexpectedly, the next second, she was utterly proven wrong. Gu Xing grabbed her collar, threatening, since you know I'm interested in Mu Yang, then stay away from him from now on, bastard. After speaking, Gu Xing admired her own plan greatly. I'm such a genius. This way, I can fix the plot holes, and also have a reason to get close to Mu Yang and help these two. What she didn't expect was that her words completely enraged Meng Nian. Interested, Gu Xing, you're going too far. If big sister gets together with someone else, that's definitely not allowed. Indeed, I still need to lock big sister up so she can only see me. Gu Xing, having left the classroom, was still wondering. She had transmigrated since the very beginning of the story, but why were so many things going wrong? Although she knew what they would encounter, everyone's reactions were different from what she expected. Just then, the system issued her first mission. According to the original plot, within 24 hours, make Meng Nian expose herself outdoors once. Otherwise, a mission failure penalty will be imposed. What? Gu Xing completely broke down upon seeing this. Why is there such a perverted mission? As the mission countdown grew shorter and shorter, Gu Xing racked her brain for is. But couldn't think of a good solution. She considered giving up on this mission, but the system threatened her. This mission is a crucial event. If you abandon it, it may cause irreversible effects on the plot. The mission participant will bear the consequences. No choice. To make Meng Nian take off her clothes outdoors, it would have to be an accident where her clothes catch fire, or putting bugs inside her clothes. But what if I hurt her? Forget, what's dead doesn't die. I'm just an evil supporting character who does all sorts of bad and foolish things. Just throw a bucket of dirty water on her, and then give her a set of clothes. Problem solved. She picked up a bucket of water and went to a high vantage point. 5 minutes left. The female lead will be confessed to by the class president at this spot downstairs. But plans always go awry. At the critical moment, the class president pushed Meng Nian away, helping her dodge. Then he shouted loudly at Guzing, Meng Nian, from today onwards, she's under my protection. Even if you're a senior, I will absolutely report you to the principal. HMPH, are you threatening me? The class president instantly cowered. My dad is the vice principal. If you dare to provoke me, I'll definitely have you expelled. He thought by standing up for Meng Nian and teaching Guzing a lesson, Meng Nian would be moved and fall in love with him. Who knew all he got was Meng Nian's ruthless mockery? There's nothing here that requires you to act like a hero. If your clothes aren't dirty, please go back first. Next time, please don't interfere with me again. Why do these self-important men always come to bother me and Big Sister? I need to find a way to make Big Sister hate them. Since yesterday, Guzing had tried every possible method, but none of them succeeded. Now, there were only 2s left until the mission ended. If the mission failed and she lost even 1 point, it would all be over. If all else fails, I'll just have to use force. Thinking of this, she immediately went to Meng Nian's classroom, but was told he hadn't been there since the last class. Strange, how could he disappear after just 1 class of not washing him? What was infuriating was that the mission was about to fail, and he wasn't answering her calls. Just then, she received a message from Mu Yang. Guzing, regarding the matter of you liking me, I want to talk to you. HMPH, what the hell? What is the male lead going crazy about now? I didn't write this part in the original novel. Her most crucial task right now was to find the female lead. She had no time to deal with this idiot. Wait, the location the male lead sent. Wasn't it exactly where Meng Nian was being bullied? Desperate times call for desperate measures. Now, she could only try her luck here. Actually, the message sent to Guzing but from Meng Nian, who had accessed his account and sent it. His plan was to lure his older sister over. Since Big Sister likes Mu Yang, she'll definitely feel humiliated when she finds out she was stood up. I just want Big Sister to hate them more and more. But the next second, Guzing found his location. Before he could even react, Guzing tore open his clothes. Big Sister, what are you doing? Did I tell you to struggle? Be obedient and take off your dress. Don't waste my time. But Big Sister, you're hurting me. What are you pretending for, you little brat? Big Sister's rough side is so charming. Sure enough, Big Sister only has eyes for me. Big Sister doesn't care about anyone else. Although Guzing appeared tough on the surface, her hand movements softened. Was I too harsh this time? This about to cry but not quite crying look is even more pitiful than actually crying. Both had ulterior motives. Meng Nian hoped his sister would treat him more roughly. Guzing, on the other hand, thought she was using the mission as a shield to secretly indulge herself. But I can't worry about that much anymore. After all, there isn't much time left. As long as I take off his dress, the mission will be complete. But just as she was about to complete this last step, 3 delinquent girls appeared out of nowhere. Oh, are these 2 playing by themselves too lonely? Let us Big Sisters join in too. Guzing immediately recognized them as the hooligan group from the plot. So, she decided to drive them away first. After taking off her jacket and putting it on Meng Nian, she stood in front of him. This is my prey. At lost, the leader, at the head, lifted Guzing's chin and began to provoke. We're more interested in a young lady like you. We just want to see a bad-tempered young lady like you have her clothes ripped off and be pinned to the ground, crying softly. In humiliation, the other 2 chimed in. Yeah, the young lady probably hasn't been touched yet, right? First, take off her skirt. I want to spank her butt. No, I can't believe that as the biggest villain in the whole story, I'm actually being bullied by a bunch of cannon fodder. But the opponents were surprisingly strong. She couldn't resist at all. Damn it, the male lead is still washing from the side. He must be secretly enjoying watching me fail. But she still uttered harsh words. If you dare touch me, you won't have a good end. The next second, Meng Nian picked up a brick from somewhere and slammed it onto the person's head. Take your dirty hands off her. No one is allowed to touch my big sister. This scene stunned everyone on the field. Although Meng Nian's actions moved Guzing a little, she was still a bit creeped out by his gaze. Hey, what did you do to our big sis, you little brat? You're looking for death. As soon as she finished speaking, Guzing, now unrestrained, dealt with the remaining 2 delinquent girls in a few moves. Meng Nian, washing from the side, couldn't stop swooning. But just then, the mission time ended. The system alerted. Mission failed. Meng Nian did not appear naked outdoors within the mission time. Host will now face punishment. Guzing's eyes widened in shock. How is that possible? I clearly took off his clothes. Is it because I put my jacket on him? Damn it, I shouldn't have been soft-hearted.